Print
Oh,
it.
recording in progress. Kia ora. Sorry, started late. Yeah, so sorry, just go back over that. So limitations, 3D design fit. Something look like it's fitting, and it doesn't, because it's stretching out, because computers can do that. So yeah, we use the fit map. But this just tells you if you can't wear it or you can wear it. It doesn't really tell you too much information. This stress map is my favorite, because it tells you kind of where the pressure points are on the fabric, so where the weight is going to be of the garment. So you always find it in like the neck and the shoulders, and usually underneath the armpits, just because that's where your arm is pushing into it, so it's just going to have pressure there. It doesn't mean it's not going to fit, it's just like, hey, there's pressure. So yeah, no, that looks all pretty good. And stress map, yeah, the stress map is basically the same thing, it's just less intense. Yeah, so it's like you can see here that it's kind of like there's a little bit of pressure on the butt, but not too much. But this is moulage, so we'll put it on transparent. So it's a skin basically. So it's taking these exact measurements, and I'll pull up this. So I need to stop using shortcuts so you can see what I'm doing. So you go into here and you can pull up, press this thing, avatar measurements. And these show you all your balance lines. And you can see this bust needs to be dropped down a little bit. And then, yeah, so you've got like the bust, under bust, waist, high point, high hip, low hip, thigh, no, yeah, there's lots of them. And yeah, it's just a really good way when you're pattern making, especially just to see how like just the balance of the garment, because when you go to adding ease, if it's really off balance, then things are just gonna start falling weirdly and doing random things, and that's not what we want. Yeah, so on the blocks, I never used to do this, but I always do it now. All my blocks have the balance lines on them. And wait, hold up, what's this? That's the bust. So balance line. Okay, I'm just gonna change to a higher particle to autosave. Also, one thing with autosave is it likes to slow down your computer because it takes all the memory to do it. So if you find that it's kind of lagging every now and then, it's probably because you've got the autosave user interface. Oh God, where is it? Saving default files, autosave, default files, autosave, enunci, autosave. So in default files, change the file type to garment, because then it's just saving the garment, because you saw how, well, you guys saw how long it took to save that last project, like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. That's because it's saving all the fabric and all the, like literally everything. This is just saving the fabric and the garment itself, none of everything else. Yeah, so just do that. And I think you can go down to 5, but I never go down to 5, because it just stresses me out when it lags every 5 minutes. I'm like, no, because time flies when you're doing this because you're having so much fun. Yeah, so all my blocks have, oh, apart from that one, sorry, I've just been doing this. Nope, that's not it. The balance lines, and you can, yeah, you always, just like pattern making, you match up the balance lines. So these all should line up. I think this is, yeah, it's slightly off, but it's, it's fine. But yeah, they all match up, everything's good, yay. Next would be to do the sleeves, but I've already got perfectly fitting sleeves for this, a 2-piece and a single fit, like keep the different sleeves, that I'll also add into this block. But Johana, you wanted a skirt. This is perfect because you would just, this is basically your master, it's like your body blueprint. So if you wanted a skirt, you could just click these lines. So say you want a high waist up to the waist, you'll just click all these bits and then you'll just press cut, and then it will cut the garment along those lines. I might change the particle distance. Yeah, so also particle distance. This is all,
So what did you just touch those lines and then
yeah,
press cut? What did
yeah.
you do again? Sorry.
So, yeah, so you just basically okay, I'm gonna control Z that. Woo. I'm also gonna change the particle distance because I can't deal with how slow it's going. But I'll quickly yeah, so right, I'll quickly explain particle distance before I do that. So particle distance is basically how small the points are all connected. Um, so if you go like this, where's the fabric view? I think you can do mesh. Mesh, yeah. So these are the particle distance. All these little bits here. That's how close. That's basically the quality. Because if you imagine these are really big spaced apart, it's not going to fall the same. So just when I'm doing fitting stuff, it's really important to have a really low particle distance. Anything lower than 6, it really likes to take its time. So I find, well, for my laptop anyway, because it's Frontier Foot, but see how they kind of got bigger? And then I can change, like if I changed it to 20, you'll watch them, they're just like huge. So you can really see the difference in quality. And actually, I'll just press render, and then you can like, I mean, you can't really see it on this because it's form fitted. But yeah, that's just one thing. I like to work on 10 or 8 because that's like the sweet spot. Yeah, so I'll get rid of that and I'll just go back to 1. So yeah,
And Tom, yeah, also said, do you start off with a block?
Yeah,
already?
Every single time, yeah. So I have all my blocks. So when I'm designing, I'll think about like what it is I want to design. Sometimes I have no clue. So I find the moulage is a really good starting point. One of my favorite blocks actually is a bustier. So it's like a bra dress. But it's fucking incredible. I can show you guys after. And yeah, I'll also convert this into that because it's like, oh my god, it's so good. You can use it for like lingerie, or you can use it for dresses. I find starting with the skin really good because then you just add ease where you want it instead of trying to manipulate it out. Yeah. So so basically if you want a skirt, you open up the block that you want. For this one, it's the fitted one. So this would be like a pencil skirt maybe. And so you just click these lines and you hold shift, and it does more than one. So you just click all of them, and the patterns are symmetric. So if you do one to one side, it'll do it to the other, so you don't have to do things twice. And then you just go cut and sew, and then it kind of just chops it off. You can't see my hand, damn it. It chops it off and then but stitches it together. You can do another one where it just chops it off and doesn't stitch it, which is good. But yeah, for the skirt, then you'll just kind of highlight everything and then delete it. Oh, she's naked. Yeah, we're mature adults, so we can get over that. Kind of. So yeah, so there's just skirt. And it's so that will be your skirt block, and then you'll probably want to maybe take out some fabric maybe for we'll simulate it, see what's going to happen, because it looks like it's a little bit out. Yeah, but like it's really on a hip, so it's not going to fall down. Yeah.
Can you zoom in like too? Because you know, like, oh, you can. How do you do that? Just like,
oh, just mouse wheel.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so same with the body as well. You can turn around, like, because you know how you said it's a bit out at the back, so you can zoom in. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just you can set the thing controls how you want, but it's like you use the mouse to move it, and then the right. Yeah. I'm not going to explain the thing because you just you can move it around, and when it's simulating, when it's not simulating, you move the pattern pieces, but when it is simulating, you move the fabric. So you can go like this, and shift it and open things and turn things around, and it's really fun. It gets really addictive. Yeah. I try not to move the fabric too much, just because then everything's not in line, and it just fucks with my OCD. So I'm like, no. And then it also shifts off its balance lines as well. Yeah. So for that, then yeah, for your skirt, then I'll just highlight these, and then there's a thing, you go offset as internal line. So what that does is it takes the lines that you've selected, and then it creates these little red lines, and it makes them the distance that you set it. So if women's waistband for maybe 4.2 or 3.4 or 3.2 depending. So we'll go a nice 4, and then you hit extend, because then it extends it out to the pattern outlines. If you don't, you can see it stops there, which is handy if you're doing internal things like pockets and such. But yeah, then it creates that little red line, and if you go in here and click that one, it shows all the lines. But yeah, then you can hit cut and sew, and then you've got your waistband, which is cool, perfect. So you can see already how quite fast this is. And then to make this a single waistband, you'd want to join them at the dart. So you click the sides that you want to join, hold shift, and you click merge. And then that's going to turn that into a single piece. And then you do that for the back. Merge. And then you connect the sides. It's a tailored waistband, so probably not the sides. Yeah. So yeah, that's you create pattern pieces like that. I'm just gonna merge it because it's annoying. Cool. Done. Perfect. Lovely waistband. Probably want to true these corners out. That's a good point. We're just gonna hide this lady for a second so I can see that. Perfect. Cool. Nice. And so yeah, so we're gonna true these corners. Truing and pattern making is where you don't have points, basically. So we come up here, we hold this down to pull up the menu. So if they have little triangles at the end, it means there's sub menus. So you can go, we're gonna use a smooth curve. So I got a list. And you click the thing that you want, and then it smooths it out automatically. It's amazing. So also I click this little thing. Damn, I keep using my hands. I click this little thing here, and it locks the ratio in. So 4.5. If I change that to like 5, you can see it changing there. 5, maybe 4 was actually quite good. 4 looks right. Yeah, 4. And then it does that. It's gonna auto save again. See, this is why I hate auto save. 4 again. Yeah. So, and then our corner is trued. However, the side of the skirt isn't trued, so we can do that now. So what's that? This bit and this bit. Right there. God, I could have figured that one out myself. One important thing, really handy, is your grain lines, because you don't want to fuck with those. I need to stop swearing. You don't want to mess with those. And it's easy in manual pattern making to lose your grain lines. But when I'm rotating things, just in case, like I know that this line is parallel to the y-axis, so it's parallel to the grain. Oh shit! But I'm just gonna come up here and go internal polygon, click it, hold shift, and it locks it in to the axis. So oh shit! No, what have I done? Not that. So hold shift, and then we're just gonna put lines straight down. So then when we rotate them, we can make sure that we go back to the grain line. And then what I'm going to do, because I want to rotate these, and I'm lazy, I can't be bothered doing it by hand. We're just going to click, highlight them, right click and go extend, trim, add point to pattern outline. And then that's just going to section this line off, so I can now click it. And that's handy because when we can rotate them either manually, which I've just done, but you can also do this funky thing. So you right click it and you go rotate, and you can either go parallel to, so it does it to rotates it parallel to a line. So these two are now parallel, or you can just go rotate y axis, and then it rotates them to the y axis, which is what we want. Sweet. And then to true these lines, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna merge them. And we do that just so then we can use the same tool, the smooth curve. And I just remembered what I did on the other one. It was 4 centimeters. So we're just gonna click 4, and then you'll see on this left screen over here, it's now gone. So redo that, because yeah, so we got that little gap, and then we true it out, 4, and boom, it's gone. And then we hit simulate, and then yeah, look at that. Oh, hello. Okay, it just hasn't stitched the sides together. That's cool. We got a really high split, guys. How do we feel about that? Lovely. Sweet. So that's the next thing we can do is sewing. So yeah, sweet. So there's I'm just gonna split these again. Along that line, and okay, just because I'm OCD as fuck. Cool. And then we're just gonna go cut and sew again. And then that's just gonna split those lines. And then we wanna rotate them back to the green line. So Y axis, and then that's why we made these little lines here. So then we can rotate them Y axis back to the thing. Cool. And so now it's come undone because we merged it and it just didn't want to sew it. It's being difficult. So we're going to come up here and use the free sewing tool. And it automatically snaps the thing, which is really handy. We're just going to click on that point and then drag it down to the end and the other side. And then hit spacebar, and then it'll render, and we got a lovely, pretty pencil skirt. Oh wait, we're gonna turn our lady back on. Ta-da, boobies. Sorry. And then we're gonna get rid of these lines. Sweet. Yeah. So we got a lovely pencil skirt. So what kind of skirt were you after, Joanna? Joanna. Wait, is she still here? Joanna. Oh no, she's gone. Damn, that's so good. Is there anything? Thank you. I think you can play with it. Awesome. So you need your block before you start. Yes, I think you can play. Oh, admin. Sweet. It makes very us with it. Yeah, you won't really come on. Yeah. Hi, Joanna. Hello. Sorry, I'm rambling. What kind of skirt were you after? A wrap skirt?
Yeah. I don't know why, but I just cut out I just totally dropped out. My computer restarted itself. That was really weird.
That's all good. That's all good. I was like, Joanna, and you went there. I was like,
sorry. Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a mini wrap mini.
Sweet. How many mini?
Pardon?
Like how many mini?
Top. I think.
So who's not so like here?
Maybe just I think maybe just a little bit longer. Yeah.
Like here?
Yeah, I reckon that line's a good line.
All right, sweet. So we're just gonna highlight those lines, all of them, and then hit cut, and yes, we're just gonna go yes. Sometimes the points aren't hitting the outside, and then a little thing pops up. It's like, hey, these aren't hitting the outside. Do you want me to cut them all the way to the outside? And you just click yes. So one thing also what I do is when I'm working like this, I don't know, I shouldn't have deleted that top, but yeah. So when I'm working like this, I usually don't delete anything. I go into, I'm just gonna shift this. I go into object, God, no, we've removed the 40, running out of time. Cute. Ah, yay, thanks, Zoom. One thing because I don't like to delete things, because when you're, it just later on, if you want to change it, you have to bring in the block again and do, it's just a huge effort. So what I do is I go to the block. These are your fabrics, by the way. Sorry, I'm rambling through lots of things. Yeah, so these are your fabrics. You can copy them and blah blah. There's like technical things like textures, which change like the look of it. But for I can give you all my my textures because I've got a whole thing of them. But the one thing that we want to go down is straight to the bottom. There's physical property. It's just for fitting reasons. It's that trim full grain leather, which is like really stiff. For I find the hardware is kind of like a little bit better because it's softer, but it holds its shape. It's kind of like calico basically. But that's not what I was getting at. In here, you scroll down or past all this crud, or just close all of these, because I always change these. That's why they're all okay. Cool. Wow, we've got this menu. Cool. So you, wait, no, open that. So down here, there's opacity. We just change that straight to 0, and anything it's basically invisible now. So instead of deleting things, we make them invisible. So then we can still kind of see what we're doing. It just doesn't get rid of them. And we're just going to rename this to invisible. Sorry, my spelling is atrocious, but it just like so. Yeah, and to go even further, what we can also do now is we can deactivate the pattern and sewing, and then we can also archive it. So now it's just completely gone and it's not actually affecting this at all. So because otherwise it would still be attached to the bottom, and we don't want that. And then I kind of just move these away so then they're not kind of distracting. But yeah, I suppose do you want it a little bit shorter or longer, Joanna? Or perfect?
I think that's good.
Did you say longer? Did you say longer?
No, I think that's good. Yeah.
Damn
yeah,
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of a demonstration, we're gonna make it slightly longer.
Okay.
But this, which is again also why I really love this, because you can just literally just drag and drop these lines. You hold shift, and like we're just gonna make it 10 centimeters longer, and
That's
then
amazing.
it's longer. Then you hit, and then ta-da! It's longer. So it's really good. 10 centimeters longer, and then it's now 10 centimeters. Auto save again. 10 centimeters longer. So yeah, and you can also Control Z to undo all of that. It was really funny. I was doing something the other week, and I was trying to find Control Z, but it wasn't. It was in real life. I think I was drawing something, and I was trying to find. I was like, "How do I undo this?" And I was like, after like a minute, I was like, "Oh my god, I have to use it, brother." It was really funny.
That's brilliant.
I literally never draw. It was just really funny moment.
I have those moments too.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So wait, that was one way of extending. But there's another way as well. You can also right click and then you go offset pattern outline. And then what's that? That's basically that's going to do the exact same thing as what we did, but it's just going to do it for you. So we want to extend it to 10 centimeters. That's cool. It's going to do that, but what we want to do is make sure the side segment type is on extend, because then if the line is on a slight angle, then it continues with that angle. I'll show you on the top here what the difference is, because it's really obvious. So we'll go extend, offset. Oh, edit that. Cute. I didn't know that was a function. Nice. Offset pattern outline. So with the extend on, see how it extends. Otherwise perpendicular, it kind of just doesn't. Mirrors it, which is good if you're doing cuff turns and such. So yeah, extend, and then you can change the corner as well. I just use default because it's good. Right angle. Why? Right angle just makes sense. Why haven't I been using that? And then you can also create an internal line to say, this is where my old line was, just in case I don't like it, and then you can like get rid of it. But we can either cut it. Oh wait, no, we can either cut it, cut, and then delete it. But by doing that, it also, oh no, it didn't. Nice. Okay, cool. Also, when the reason why I don't really use that method is because it extends it, but it doesn't extend the sewing lines. So you'll notice if I try simulate this, all these are kind of open. Which is kind of cute. I'm into it. But yeah, compared to just dragging it, because it also, by dragging it, it also shifts the seam lines with it. I suppose I can, like this, I suppose, and then see how the seam line got longer. Yeah, so that's kind of the main difference. The easy fix, you can either just do the sewy thing and then just restitch them all together, or you can edit. Sorry, I'm not used to not using shortcuts. You can click on here, that's edit seam lines, and you can just drag them. Oh, which is another a good thing. So when we click on a seam line, it shows you the difference. It shows you the two lengths, but it also shows you, I want to point, this little red thing. It's like, oh, hey, this is seriously out. And one thing is 10 centimeters bigger, which is really handy for, I suppose, kind of, I don't know, lots of things actually. I always use the seam lines. So like even this is like 1.1 mil. It's so accurate. This is why I'm so like just such a perfectionist. 1.1 mil in real pattern making. That's like, I try and look at a mil on a ruler. It's tiny. It's nothing. But just in this, to be just like a perfectionist. So oh shivers. I would usually probably do something with that. So I'd probably extend this line maybe by 1.1 mil. 1.1 mil. Oh shit, no, that's 1.1 centimeters. 0.11. So 1.1 mil. And then I'll obviously have to increase this as well, because now this is off one. This would be off 1.1. Yeah, so I'll increase this one as well and just keep doing that. But yeah, so that's really handy. So we're gonna take it back to this thing. What was that? Oh, this link here. So we're just gonna draw some internal lines, holding shift, take it back. Cool. And then we can probably do something crazy. Cut. We're just going to cut it. And then I will delete this bit because we don't need it because it's already in here. But we're just going to drag all these, delete them. Oh shit! No, wait, kidding. So there's two types of drag. There's this one which only selects patterns. And then there's the other one which selects points and lines and everything else. Wait, we didn't change. So this does lines and points and lots of things, which is what I just added on. which is why everything went crazy. But if you go like this, you can adjust select those patterns. Ta-da! But yeah, it has to be, you have to go over the entire thing, which is handy in situations like this. I just pointed, you can't see that. We don't want to select all of this. And instead of moving it and going like this, you can kind of get away with like, oh, I just want to select that, but not everything else. And then I selected that, unselect it. Yeah. Good. So back to this miniskirt. How are we wanting it? How are we wanting it to wrap? Like,
I think. Yeah, I just think it. Where the line is, where the, you know how the line is down the bottom, like that up to the hem would be nice. I think, yeah.
Up there. Yep. And then, did you want it to come like for one side and then for it to come over like that? Cool. So we can do that easy. So what we're going to do is we just need to figure out what piece is that on. Sweet. So it's on this bit. I'm going to turn simulate off so then it's faster. Yeah. So when you click on a pattern piece, it has a little blue dot. It's really handy if you're like, oh, I want this to be like over here. And then it just tells you where it is, which is handy. You can also do this thing which draws on the garment. So you're like, oh, I want it to come up here, and then you can draw a line on the garment. And then it transfers that onto the pattern piece. Yeah, and then you can just make a line over it. And then did you want it to go straight up, or did you want it to kind of follow the hip curve?
Follow the curve.
Sweet. So yeah, and that's cool. What we're gonna do, so you want it to there. So we're just gonna do that same thing. We're gonna click that point because we want to make it. I'll show you why. So we're gonna make a point. So then it divides the line, and then we're gonna use that offset tool because that's 7.41 centimeters away from that. So we're gonna select select all of that and offset as an internal line 7.41. Oh, 7.41, and it'll create a line bang on to that. And that follows the hip curve. Are we liking that, or kind of do we want to change it a bit?
Maybe you could go closer to the hip, so it's more.
Yeah,
more
so we can
sidey seam, I think.
Yeah. So like the whole line or just the top?
I think the whole line.
The whole line, yeah. So we can just drag it across there. Yeah. Good. Cool. So we've got that. And now because you want it to be a wrap, I suppose, do you want it to be symmetric so it stops there on both sides, or just one side?
I kind of want to be a bit crazy, and it's how it is in my head. There's like quite a diagonal line from one edge to the other cut out, so it's like a real like that, like cut out, but so from the dart to the, or maybe even halfway down. I don't even know if it's possible, but kind of like that.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, quickly, if you want to do you have a pen and paper? You can draw it and put it up to your screen, and then I'll see if I can follow it. Because we can, there's lots of funky things we can do. We've only been 20 minutes, that's fine.
So I don't know if you can see kind of like this, but without the wrap bit. I just want to do buttons instead now.
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah. No, I love that. Sweet. Into it.
Yeah, so I'm going to use those. I'm going to use coconut buttons instead of a wrap, because I think buttons are stylier than wraps are nice, but I want it to be more tailored looking.
Yeah, no, buttons are really nice. That's a good good design decision.
So I guess it's more of a scoop than a straight line sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So what I'll do, I was actually just gonna fucking autosave, go away. I was just gonna merge them all. So then, but if you pop it back up, I'll just do that drawing line. No, you're good.
I can
so,
email, I can send it to you if you want to just
that's good. Just
paste
hold
it.
it up. Kind of. So kind of comes down. We're going symmetric. Oh shit! Sorry. That was beautiful. That's perfect. That's fine. We just want a rough line, and I'm just gonna turn the symmetry off because it's doing my head in. So we can undo this symmetry. So if we want to make it asymmetric, just click the remove link editing. It's gone, but yeah, if you rewind it. Cool. So we've got that, and now we want to merge the middle pieces. So that bit with this bit, yeah. So we want to click all the lines, merge them, merge. Cool. And then we want to make sure that's on the grain line. So we're just going to draw a line down that center, and then rotate y-axis, and then make, because that's the center, or like, yeah, it has to be on grain. Cool. And then we're not dealing with the back right now, so that's fine. We can just move those out of the way. And my OCD is like, hey, bring the pattern pieces up. Yeah, even in digital, it's like, oh, your workspace is a mess. It's like, it's on a laptop. Cool. So now we're just going to draw over those lines. So I'm just going to do one there to like the corner. And then hit V, and so then we're going to go up here and go edit curve point, which is also V. And then this makes little curves in the line. So it makes a point. Oh shit, okay, I've already put one in. So it makes a point, and then it you can curve it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So then it makes that kind of, is this kind of what we're going for?
Yeah, that's nice. I think maybe like make it not so symmetrical, so it scoops to the other side, but just down to the hemline, if that, so it's like I'll just show you again. Because it's not so you know what I mean?
Yeah. So like here.
So yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of finishes there.
Yeah.
So
just
yeah.
less otherwise
Yeah.
I feel like that's too predictable.
No, that's totally fine. I love the way your brain works.
Just different way of looking at it.
Yeah, no, definitely. So one thing I find really helpful is to use the another reason why I leave all the style lines on there, or the balance lines, is they're perfect for proportions. And when we look at a garment, that's how it's pleasing to us because it fits within those proportions. So like this, the dart seam comes kind of like in the middle of the leg. So maybe for that would probably, sorry, use your word, would probably follow that line.
Yeah, perfect.
Kind of reduce that curve, or maybe
that's cool.
Kind of like that.
I like it. I like it how you had it before, more of a straight line.
More of a straight line?
Yeah, I quite like that.
Wait, no, that's perfect. Yeah, because it's kind of got a little scoop here. That's going on, which is really nice. One thing I also like to do is I have like a mini French curve. And then I kind of just, you can't see it, but I hold it up to the screen, and then you can, that fits bang on. Like, I'm not even kidding, that's like perfect on the French curve. I just want to take a photo. Yeah, I'll take a photo of this because your eye, you've got a good eye. Hold up. Boom. Wait, I kind of, it's covering the line. It's so perfect. So yeah, so I'll send that video because it's like crazy. But yeah, I like to use my mini French curve because it's like you use it, it's made for pattern making, and it's just, there are ways to work in the physical and the digital at the same time, and it's just trying to strike a balance between those two. But yeah, that's so crazy. It's so, like, actual bang on perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, if you just want to hold it up to the camera. It's amazing, right? That's crazy cool. Wait. Yeah. That's so cool. Yeah, that's a little French curve. But it's perfect, and you can it's just a really
it looks good.
Yeah, and it's just good to not rely solely on digital. That's just one thing that I found, is there are limitations, but what we're going to do is just delete all these purple lines, And if it's a purple line, it's a baseline. So we're just going to delete all of them. Oh shit, no, then oh no, that's fine. Cool. No, sometimes I have my balance lines as baselines, and that's just so I can, yeah, I don't have to worry about them, but you're not. So yeah, so we've done that. And you want this to, where do you want the other side? Do you want it to, how do you want the other side to go?
Just flat underneath, just flat. So it's not too revealing when they walk, you know.
Sweet. So this, so we've got the back piece here, and then this kind of this comes round and connects to this bit and comes up here. And on this bit, we've got the back here. This comes, is this just coming straight across and ends kind of like here?
Right there, yeah.
Sweet. Cool. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to go layer clone over, and then that's just going to make another pattern piece. I'm just going to drag these all out of the way. Cool. So it's made another pattern piece that's identical. You can't really see it, but get rid of that. If I go like this, you've got two pattern pieces now. And that's just because we want to have one side and then another side. But when you do that, it automatically, it's annoying. It likes to think that you're going to have them the same, which is, and I hate it. So you just have to click remove link editing. Otherwise, if you go to cut this, cut it. If you go to cut that, it's going to cut this one as well. And it's like, oh,
say remove what? Sorry, remove.
Remove link editing.
Link editing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it didn't actually cut this time. That's weird. Okay, maybe it just likes you guys. But oh, why am I undoing that? It was perfect. So remove link editing, and then extend trim to pattern outline if it's not, and then cut. And so I'll just cut because we're going to get rid of it. And then boom, with and then the next thing is, because it's a computer, we like to think it does a pretty good job of knowing what we want. However, it's not perfect. So when we have layers, it's gonna probably, you want to tell the computer which ones go on top. So you use this little tool up here. It's called the layer. Why is it not showing? It's set sub layer. So the you always go, this piece goes over that piece. So I'm just telling the computer that this is the top piece. You can also do that in layers. So you come here, open up that, and then you click, there's layers. So you can stick it on two, and it makes a green piece, and then you stick this one as one, which that's the old function. This was quite a new thing, because I hate that function. Green is not a nice color to look at when you're trying to do things. Oh,
just another
what a view! Jesus.
What was that?
I must have hit what were part. Oh yeah. So you got like little. Let's not do that. Great. Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, she doesn't have a brow and she's wearing no
Okay.
underwear.
We're all used to that.
Yeah, lucky she's not a real person, otherwise like we might get fired. So yeah, so we've just done the set sub layer, so that's fine. When we render it, or when we simulate it, it's not gonna freak out. Sweet. So that is like that. And that works. I think that works really well. We can turn off all these. Oh, okay. We're just gonna get rid of what are these? What's this line? Where is that coming from? Is it a
center front?
It's just okay. That I don't know why that was creating a line. Why are there so many lines? It's so weird. I'm just gonna convert these all to baseline, so then that doesn't happen. Because I don't want to delete these balance lines. Ah, God. Okay, let's do one at a time. So we go convert it to baseline, and then it just means that you can no longer select them. It just kind of freezes them. You can unlock them, but oh my God. Sometimes my keyboard doesn't like to work because it's too far from that. But convert to baseline, sweet, nice, cool. That's good. Perfect, cool. And then we're just gonna do the same for these ones and this one and this one and oh my God, all of these. Jesus Christ. All right. Convert to baseline. Is it gonna autosave? That's the only time it does that. Autosave. Yay. I should just I would turn it off, but it has saved my ass so many times.
Yeah.
Just because when patterns start to get too big and there's too much information, sometimes my laptop's like, oh no, I'm gonna crash. So yeah. And then
Yeah.
that's when you're like, oh fuck, I just lost like 10 minutes is a lot of work to lose.
Yeah.
But like so was like 2 hours that's happened once before autosave was a thing. So and then we're gonna come up here and then just get rid of these guys. We can't really see those layers, so we might come up here and move this, go to our block, and then maybe copy it and we'll just go top layer, just for the sake of kind of being able to see things. And then we're gonna change this one. You just scroll down bottom. There's fabric. I don't know why this is at the bottom. It should be at the top. But you change it to top layer, and then you click on touch layer.
Oh,
And you can come down here and just change the color. So I'm just gonna change it to like a slightly different color so we can actually see what's going on.
nice.
And if we want to pretend like we pattern made these lines out, why is it still? I'm just gonna delete these lines. They're annoying me. Cool. If we want it to look like we've removed them, because sometimes, like I don't really like to get rid of the dark axis at this point because, like I said, with these being like perfect proportions and placement, sometimes you'd use these as design lines. So maybe like if there was to be like a scoop here or something, you would use this line and then you would, so you'd just use that line. So, but sometimes we don't want to see it. So, that's why he was doing it, because it was, damn it, all right. So one thing we can do is come up here and go to the edit sewing tool, and then we can just change the intensity to 0 and the thickness to 0, and it's just gonna get rid of, wait, I have to do that for this as well. And then it's just gonna get rid of those lines. So 0, 0, and that's a really good hack that I didn't know. So those have now disappeared. Ta-da! Kind of ish. It's because it's still sewing. Also, when you do layer clone over, it likes to sew the whole garment to the whole thing, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, so you can just go like this, and then you have to just re-stitch everything. But this is a really good point as well. So we want this one here to be sewn to this one, which is that one there. So we want to delete this sewing because we don't want it to be stitched, and we want to sew this to that and this to that. Oh, hello, this one's still got the top. Nice. Sweet. So we've deleted that seam line, so this one is no longer going to be sewing to that. Cool. And then bring that back. And then that's sewing to that. Cool. And now we just need to do the top. Because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered redoing that, I'm just gonna click this. Oh shit. Click this to this and just sew that to this. I only discovered this like this year. And I was like, why the hell like are things just sitting funny? They don't tell you this, but it actually, what it wants to do is when you sew it, it automatically wants to sew it at like kind of like a 180-degree angle. So technically this kind of wants to be flipped up and stitched. So if I did that, you'll see it's gonna kind of bulge out a little bit. Wait, okay, it's not gonna do it, damn it. I'm just gonna change it. All right, just click the wrong one. Change it to a different fabric so we can actually see. Take it off leather. We'll go wool cashmere is also a really good one for developing, because it holds its holds its shape, but it's really soft as well. So it allows more movement to be shown. Or like it allows it to fall better. but see how it's kind of poofing there. And I was doing this for like 5 years, having this poof, and I was like, how the fuck do I get rid of it? I need to edit out all these flavors. But yeah, that's because when you do it, it wants to automatically sew it at a 180-degree angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all of these, and then we're just going to change that. We're just going to come up here, custom angle, and click turned. I didn't even know this existed. And then what that's going to do is it's going to be like, oh, hey, so this is actually turned. But like, yeah, that's in the name. And it's suddenly flat. So that's really, really important for like pockets and things. And yeah, it just makes a lot of difference. So yeah, make sure that you do the turn thing. Yeah, so right now we have this. And what'd you say you wanted to add buttons over here, was it?
Yeah, so do instead of it being a fixed fixed in the waistband, it'll be the waistband, it'll open up, and then it'll like a wrap, so the buttons will be up there. Yeah,
we can definitely do that. So you want cool, so we'll have this okay, so I'll so oops, so this piece here isn't being stitched to this, so maybe we'll have that waistband come right round and connect on the inside to this. So it's cool. We'll do that. So what we're going to do is the same thing as we did with the skirt. We're just going to go layer clone over or under, doesn't really matter. Actually it does matter. Oh, no, it doesn't. Same thing, so just remove link editing, and then it's stitched it. Yeah, cool, that's fine. Actually no, we don't want that. Wait, what are you doing? Okay, we don't want it to stitch to that in the middle. So we're just going to go like this, stitch these together, and then just go drag that on here. Wait, no, we don't want that either. What are you doing? Okay, we're gonna forget about that for a second. Wait, no, I'm just gonna leave that there. Yeah, cool. I was like, what am I doing? So we want this waistband comes around here and then stops here. So we want to stop this waistband at that side seam, which is, where is that side seam going? Oh, god damn it. We can figure out. Okay,
did we delete it?
No, it's fine. Yeah, which is why, but we can see where it is because we can open up the sewing tab and then it just tells us where it's being stitched to. So 10.5, what I like to do is just go here, free sewing, and then click on the point and then sew it. And that's 3.94 centimeters away from that. So then we make a point that's 3.94. It's just a good little hack that you can kind of do. And then you make a line along it. Cool, it needs to get kind of not straightish. That's fine. And then cut and sew. Cool. And what we're gonna do is the same thing to the other side, which is same thing. I should have just remembered that 3.54 is it? 3.94.
Yep.
3.94. Same thing. G. Oh, okay. Kind of crooked. There we go. And then cut and sew. Cool. So now we're going to delete that too. What we're going to do is we're going to only copy these two. So we're just going to go layer clone over. Boom. So we got two waistbands now. I'm just going to pull one out so I can see what I'm doing. My brain's hurting. Cool. So we got this. So we want this one. The one that's already attached is going to be attached to the bottom layer. So we want that to be on the outside. So we're just going to get rid of this sewing. And then we're going to stitch this, stitch that to this. So that piece, sorry, I have to like really 5-year-old speak to myself. We're sewing
It's
this
all
to
right.
this and this to this.
I'd be the same.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to tell myself out loud so I don't make a mistake. That's
yeah,
just the way I am sometimes.
it's just super handy. And we're also going to remove these seam lines now because we don't want those the top layer to be sewn onto the bottom layer. So we're just going to remove those seam lines and then just redo that. Redo that. I could have just gone Control N. And then same for the other side. You can actually just do this as well. And then switch to this, please. So, which is really handy. That's a new feature as well. Is doing this. So, yeah. So that's all stitched now. And then we want the middle to be sewn to the middle. Cool. And then that is, okay, that's the top layer. So that's going down here. God. We get that and that. And then that's the bottom layer. And we are just going to go and merge these guys. Oh, wait, no, yeah, we'll do that for both. Merge these guys. Okay, didn't want to do it for that one. And merge these guys. And now what we want to do is merge this side here to this point here. Wait, yes. Yep. So that bit there is that bit here. So pull that down. And that point there is that point there. So we're going to merge that to that. Oh, all right. Okay, that's fine. Hello. So that's cool.
I was like, you pulled it out.
Yeah. That's fine. And then we're going to merge this to that bit. So this bit and that bit. Oh, they're right next to each other. Nice. Merge. Cute. And then what we're going to do now is because that's when that. Oh no, we can just press that. Boom. Let's put our lady back on. Cool. And so now we've got the wrap skirt. And how is that staying together? Oh, the top. All right, the top's sewn together. I was like, what? I didn't do that. Oh, a really handy tool for stuff like this. When you know things are going to move and fall, you can freeze the pieces. So we're going to freeze this, and then it no longer moves. So yeah, it's just not going to move. It's frozen in place. It's in the name. Oh, wait, no. How is it being stitched together? I have no clue. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just dreaming.
Are you talking about the waist and the edge and the back?
Yeah, I'm just
Is it sewn?
Yeah, I'm just like, how is it? Oh, the side. Is it? Oh yeah, so the side. Okay, I'm just gonna drop that and then see if I can get this to like fall. This is missing some sewing. I don't know how that happens. Q, and then I'm just gonna unfreeze that. And then hopefully this drops down. You're gonna peel away. Ah, yeah, sweet. No, I just didn't want to peel away because, wait, what is,
Oh, sewn underneath.
yeah, something is still attached.
Yeah,
so we're just
it's
gonna
attached to the whole pieces are together.
Yeah,
underneath.
so undo all of that and freeze that. And then also freeze the bottom. Oh, wait, no. So we're just gonna, and now we're gonna try pull it away. What's being sewn? That bit there. So you can see that bit there. So that is, oh, this bit here. Oh, we didn't, there we go. We didn't.
So where it was red, is that where it's been sewn, where it's red?
No. So it's just because I forgot to delete the seam line.
Oh, right.
So it's that one there. It's so like, so how I figured that one out is you freeze the bottom layer. Well, I just froze the bottom layer, and then I was like tugging on it, and wherever it didn't want to, you can kind of see it being held. I want to point, but you can see that point. So you kind of let it go, and you can press pause, and then you kind of just click on it, and then you're like, you can just move it, and you're like click, so that's how I
Nice.
knew it was that
Nice.
one, and then you can just undo that.
Nice.
And then, so yeah, it's that seam there. So when I go like this, nice, cool. So that works.
Handy.
Nice, perfect. Sweet. So now, just for the sake of it going back to place, I'm just gonna stitch this guy to this. No, I'm gonna stitch. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just gonna do that. So then it kind of moves back into place, so we can stick the buttons on. Cool. So turn this lady off. So yeah, we're getting there. That's pretty
Nice.
cool. So we wanted the buttons.
Yeah.
Over here. So,
yeah, too. I was this is just my weird brain, but I was thinking like 3 in a triangle, but I don't know how that's gonna, unless it could be a triangle 1, 2, 3 in the middle. Yeah, like that would be cool. Yeah.
We can definitely do that. So
yeah,
we're just gonna grab that. So that's on the edge, and then where's that under bit? I should have. So it's gonna be one of these purple lines, so that's where we merged it. So it is that purple line there.
oh, nice.
So we're just gonna draw a line here, and then just for now, we're just gonna cut in. So we're just gonna cut it, just so then we can work with them next to each other. Okay, rotate, y-axis, ta-da, rotate, y-axis. Cool. So now we've got the 2 pieces next to each other. So then when we do our placements, we know that we're putting them in the same place. So yeah. So you want it in a triangle. Whereabouts roughly? So if this is 4.8, damn it, that's gonna ruin it. It's supposed to be 4. So if that's 4.8, what's that? 4.8 as well? No, 3.82. What are those lines for? No clue. I'm just gonna get rid of these guys here, because I don't think they're important. Convert to curve point. Cool. So I'm just getting rid of these lines because they don't need to be there. I think these are for the dark points, so I'll just get rid of them anyway. Doesn't matter. So we're just gonna offset this at 4.08. Offset internal line 4.08. And then that just gives us a nice square to kind of work on.
Nice.
And so do we want the triangle back a bit more?
Yeah, that yeah, like about how do you
how about we draw a triangle first? We can draw a right angle triangle.
Yep.
Do you want it right angle? Well, I
think maybe I think it's just gonna have to point in, like this, right angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want it. I think it's gonna have to be flush with the edge, so otherwise it won't look too groovy.
Yeah, no, that's good. So I'm just making the triangle here. So what I'm gonna do is just make sure. So I just did 3 random lines. You can just 3 random internal lines. Try and make the bottom one straight to the grain, or like so you just go like that, and then connect it, and then you just find the center of these 2 lines, the uniform split, and then you just pull this one over top of that one, and then these 2 lines should be the same. And then whatever you do to this side, you do to that side. So like in 0.3 maybe. Oh no, maybe half of that, so 0.15. 0.15. And then turn the internal line on. Kind of like, or wait, we want it parallel to this line A. So.
Yeah, it's got like mirroring the edge. So it's going to have to spin, like it'll be a triangle facing in, but flush to the side seam, to the edge.
To this one?
Sorry, yes. Just so it looks more symmetrical, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we can do that. So rotate parallel to, and then click on that.
Yeah.
And then that's now parallel to that. It just doesn't look it because we're just going to stitch this down. So
Yep.
Cool. And that's turned as well. It's going to bulge out. Oh, that's fine. We don't care if it bulges. Don't mind the bulge. Cool. So triangle like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then
Man.
it'll just be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sweet.
Because then I think it'll be quite funky with the scoop as well, like
yeah.
just pointing inwards, kind of in a way.
Yeah. No, definitely. So I'm just finding the middle of this stupid autosave. I'm just gonna make sure that it's centered. So I'm just gonna pull this down, and then wait, that's not centered because it's not. It's on an angle. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to make a straight line here. Rotate this. Rotate parallel to this, and then oh shit. Now line that up. Oh, fuck's sake, that doesn't work either. That's cool. Eyeball it. Wait, 0.71, 0.68. So the difference between that is 2 mils. So we're just gonna, that was pretty good eyeballing.
Yeah.
Right. 0.02, oh,
Nice.
0.01. Oh, damn it, you can't do that. So it's 0.1 of a mil off. And just to be real particular, we're going to go 0.7 and then drag this, drag, oh my god, my dad's fine. Oh no. And just drag this and then boom, now it, bang on. Nice. So that
Nice.
now, cool. Is that nice, or do we want it actually in the middle of
I
that?
reckon in a bit more.
Yeah,
like,
what it was originally at is totally fine. I like that. There we go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Like,
Yeah, because now it's equal on both sides.
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet, man.
Nice.
Wait, we kind of actually, what's that? 0.7, 0.1. So maybe we'll move it over 1 point. No, you said that was nice. We're gonna leave it there. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is to make sure that it's in exactly the same place. We're just going to make a point. So extend from a point to paint outline. That's 1.06. So we go 1.06 up there. And now we want to copy all of this. So Control C, Control V, copy. And then we just line it up. And then boom, now they're in the exact same place. So
Easy.
then we go up here, buttons on the bottom. So button, oh shit, that's a big button. I mean, I'm into it.
It's pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah,
oh, that wasn't
different.
Cool. I was always a fan of random button placements. And then we're just gonna come up here and then this locks in. So this is like, hey, that there's gonna now be that buttonhole and that one and that one. And now we have fully functioning buttons, so we can get rid of
Sorry,
this.
how did you lock it? What did you do? Something?
Yeah, sorry. So just undo that. So up here, so you got the button and buttonhole. You hold it down and then drop it down. So we put the buttons in buttonhole. Then that's select, because you can't really select buttons. It's just a thing, like you can't really select this button unless you click the button. Really important thing to know, because like sometimes, like when I first was like, how do I get rid of this fucking button? So there was just this one button that was just on there forever. And yeah, so you do that. So you can't peer to lock them. You can see like the little button going through the button.
Okay, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
and then you're like there, you click on the button and that, and then ta-da, and they usually pop through, and then you can hit simulate now, and then all of nice.
Funky.
Oh yeah, so we're going to delete the seam line, and then we're going to, okay, that bit there is going to be matched to that bit there. So we're going to go there to there, match. Cool. Oh, that's, hello. Hello, my friend. Do this. Okay, cool. We just, oh, that's fine. Oh, actually, no, we're going to rotate y-axis to, yeah. Okay, it was perfect anyway. Cool. Sweet. And then if we go like that, that seems still being stitched down. God damn it. This one. Hello. This one. Do it. Cool. Yes. Nice. So those buttons
Nice.
are now holding that in place.
Wicked.
Yeah, really handy. Like again, the freeze tool. Because if that wasn't frozen, and we tried, like
Yeah.
sometimes it'll be like, oh hey, I'm just gonna fly out here. Because physics. Cool. So we now we want that exactly on this side. So we're just gonna cheat a little bit. We're just gonna go control select control C, or just copy, right there, copy. And then we're gonna stick them on that bit there. So we're gonna draw a line here, and then that bit there, which is this end here, that in there, and then we're just gonna do the same thing, cut insert, and then drag that over there, align, rotate y-axis, boom, rotate y-axis, this line split up. So this one is over top of that one, which is exactly how we want it. So then we go control R is reverse paste. So it reverse
Ooh.
pastes it. So we're just going to do that, and then find our measurement was, what was that? 1.06. So we go X, make a point, 1.06. Then we hit this one, and then we select these, line them all up, line them all up, and then same on the side, 1.06. Nice. Cool. Control C, Control V. Boom. Oh, no. There we go. Nice. And then buttons go on this one. So buttons. Oh, buttons, buttons, button, 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 buttonhole, 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 buttonhole. Nice. And then lock,
Nice. Then lock
lock,
it. Nice.
lock, lock, lock,
Ooh.
lock, lock. And then we're gonna merge this side, which is here, to this side, which is there. Cool. Gonna go to merge. Also, whatever side that you click on first is a side that's gonna move. So because I clicked on this, this is gonna merge to this. It's just handy because we don't, yeah. Nice. Cool. And now we've got a fully functioning waistband. Is that inside?
Hey.
So, no, so the insides aren't on, which is good. We've got that. Also, yeah, really handy to turn off your avatar sometimes. My funky toddy, woo! Turn it back on, boom. Nice. Cool. We're just gonna simulate it. Nice. Fuck yeah, let's do that. We're gonna turn those lines off. Cool. And then we're just gonna go activate. Activation. Nice. Cool.
Very 70s, very 70s.
No, the mini skirt is so coming back in.
Good.
Because yeah, right now we're sitting on the 60s. Just because just looking at the shapes that are being introduced for summer spring 23. It's all 60s, so it's like the boxy midi. Then there's also 50s as well in there, which it comes through in shit. What are they, like the wide leg pants?
Oh, cool.
From the 50s, so that's all coming back in. And then yeah, I've got it all in my research. It's really cool. So the mini skirt, super relevant. Also rats. So the rat skirt, rat dresses, those are all coming in, fit and flare. So fitted with flare. So like goaters, even little flare thing. Yeah, so this is super relevant. This is like good relevant. This ticks off multiple things. So we got the rat, and then we've also got the mini skirt. So
perfect.
Nice. You're bang on.
Yay.
Cool. So we've done that. That's amazing. I love it.
That was amazing.
What we're gonna do now? Is there anything else we kind of want to do to it? Or
Perfect.
no? Perfect. Sweet. Okay. So
Perfect.
I am going to now, what I'm going to do is do I want to manipulate those? I want to manipulate that dot out at least, because there's no point in that thing now. So it's also very long. So that's fine. We're just going to kind of do this thing, cut, and so, yes. Oh, yes. Is it going to, nope, that's fine. Cool. Nice. Cool. And then, oh, shit. Should do show it properly. So to rotate this, you know how you pivot, you double click on it. It says it double click to activate pivot. So you double click and then you click once more, hold it down, and you drag it to the pivot point, and then you can pivot the pattern. And then you can pivot a little bit more, and then next, and then that's when you would lift this up. Sometimes when a point is behind there, when you try click on it, oh, okay, well, that never happens. Sometimes I think because this one's on top, depending on how what I said. So if this was sent to the back, order sent to back.
Oh, okay.
As soon as we try click on that line, it's like, oh no.
It's not gonna work.
Actually, I don't know why I've just but anyway, a quick way to do it without changing the order is to go to this one, which is Z, and then you just press across or up or down. It's going to move it like ages away, but you just drag it back and it makes no difference. And then same for that one. Oh, shivers. Same for that one. And then delete all curve points. Nice. Cool. So we've just eliminated that dot. And before we merge them, just check. Yep. So seam lines are perfect. This is why I love this, because then you get like perfection. As soon as it's like a mil out, you're like, fuck. This is going to be like littered. Oh, nice. So
nice.
That was nice.
I love that.
No, that's nice. We're going to get rid of that line, by the way. I'm just unless you want it there. It's quite funky. But just to be like super anal, we're just going to change this from wool cashmere to, ooh, what kind of fabric would it be made out of? Linen?
Yeah.
Linen. Nice. Cool. That's quite thick, isn't it? That's fine. Cool. Nice. So we're going to simulate it in linen. It's having a hissy fit. What's going on? Have the buttons have unlocked themselves? Yeah. Nope.
Is it why they're sticking out like that?
No, they're just wanting to do that. They're just having fun. Cool. Thank you for this. Great. I love when you do that.
That's cool.
Buttons love to do that. They're so annoying. Those are perfect. Okay, so what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna delete these. Delete. Okay. Deactivate, and then kind of. Why is it doing that? Oh, wait. I think it's because it's still trying to do the thing. Is it? Yay, physics, I love you. You're great. What is going on? Wait, no. Okay, we're just gonna take it right back to when that wasn't a thing. When did that? Okay, perfect.
Oh, when you changed the dart, it pulled it over because you didn't didn't unbutton it because it was locked.
Yeah. So when that happens, just Control Z till it, like, hopefully it didn't happen ages ago. Because you can just delete the buttons, but sometimes you do this. Yeah. If you go Control A and then you freeze it all, and then you just hit simulate, and then it simulates it and you turn it off. Because when sometimes it likes to when it does it in stages. So it simulates the seam lines first, or simulates the fold, and then it simulates the drape. So sometimes that just happens because it's oh no, just wanting to do that. That's fine. That's cool. We're just gonna freeze these. I can't be bothered dealing with that. Freeze. Nice. Okay. So no, that's happening because this waistband doesn't know which way to go. So to fix that, we have to make an incision somewhere. Sounds super surgical. We're just gonna, on that back, center back seam. Perfect. So we're just gonna put a seam here. Cut in. So this is gonna be like the longest video. So, and then we want this layer to be on top of this layer. So use that tool. And then hopefully that sorts it out. Yes. Yeah. Sweet.
Nice.
Nice. And that could also be just okay. Also, one thing when the fabric, the difference in fabric is great, like it's huge. It does like to do that sometimes. So it's better to come down in increments. So like if it's like changing something from metal to silk, and then it just goes crazy because it doesn't know what to do. And so it's better to go like metal than like plastic and then leather and then cotton and something. Yeah, so that's what happens. So if I unfroze those buttons, hopefully it won't do it, or else fuck. Okay. So now, because it's annoying me, I'm just gonna go waistband and then change that to trim hardware is always the best. And then change these to that. Waistband, drag that back up there. And please don't do it. Nice, okay. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh.
What the heck? What the heck?
This is really just ruining the day. So
Crazy.
that's fine. We're just gonna where's the we're just going to just get rid of that. What was that set number of sewing layers? Ah, no, okay. Oh wait, it's the no collision. Where's the collision on? Okay, maybe we turn the collision off. I've never done that.
What's the collision again?
Collision is basically when you're telling the computer to make it collide with the surface. So it's if you turn collision off, it's now it's a ghost. It's like a phantom button. Okay, so if that happens, turn collision off. I learned something today. That's
Very
great.
good. Well done.
So unfreeze them. Wait, unfreeze them. Activate. Wait, are they not frozen? They are frozen. Okay.
Yeah.
Activate. Reset. That's fine. Wait, do I have to do it with this? Nope. You know, that just doesn't matter. Freeze. I mean, freeze. And then activate. No, that's cool. That's fine. They're working. I don't know why they're blue. I've never, but they're working. Yay, cool.
Yay.
Okay, back to what I was actually gonna say. I can't remember. Doing that dart thing. That's cool. I forgot them. But yeah, we've just gotten rid of the dart now. Cool. And we probably want to get rid of this one. Do you want to get rid of this one?
Yeah, because one random dart's not very appealing.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So we're just gonna get rid of that. I like to just okay, so that it wasn't quite on it, so it extended it to the end of the line. And so it just snapped to the wrong thing. I just haven't said it. One thing you can do instead of doing all the pivot thing, because you're essentially doing the same thing, is you just kind of and delete it.
Oh, wow.
And then you just click it, rotate parallel to that one, and then you just line this guy up.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes it doesn't snap properly, so you have to use this and then grab the circle and then it snaps.
Could you
Okay.
also just use merge, or is that not?
Oh, you could, but because the lines aren't the same, it's gonna
Okay.
stretch. It will merge them, but it's gonna stretch one out to the other, which can be really handy. It can be really handy for when you just don't know how to manipulate. Yeah, because like sometimes you can't move this. Like say there was a seam
Right.
that was attached to this and it had like there was heaps of things and you couldn't move it and you couldn't move this. And yeah, sometimes you can hit merge and then it does all these funky things and merges them. And you're like, oh yeah, my life is solved. But yeah, I find it's always better to do things manually.
Do it manually, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, like you just don't know what it's gonna do, but like yeah, you're like, oh, what has it done? Has it shrunk this? Has it like
Could pull maybe pull the grain or something like that. Like it might
so it's always better to just overshot it. And you can just make sure 0.03. Okay, which one's bigger? That one, this side. So we're just gonna drag this 0.03 just to be super anal about that. Okay, we're not gonna be that's fine. It's 0.3 of a mil. You can't. That's a stick of dust. What do I say? Cool, sweet. So we've just manipulated that and see how it's kind of in there.
Gathered.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna freeze that because this is gonna freak out. And then we're also gonna freeze these bits. We don't probably want to freeze that waistband, but because we set those layers, it's gonna know to push this to the outside. It's gonna know to push it to the outside. Nice, and because it's all frozen, it's gonna do that.
Sorry, are you doing it? Are you manually pulling it, or is it just doing it?
No, it does it itself. Yeah, because you know how we set those layers?
Yeah.
Oh, it deleted those layers. Okay, well, it is clever. It does know what to do, but sometimes like moments like this, it might try. The reason it didn't was because I froze this bit, but if this wasn't frozen, we'll activate it and then I'll show you the difference. Like it kind of just freaks out. And because it tries to pull this out and push that in, and it's like, what am I doing? And so to avoid that, we either freeze it, or we use the layer tool, so that goes over that, and then it just tells it to be like, oh, and that should just pop straight out.
Okay.
So that like huge difference. So with the layer tool, pop straight out, and without the layer tool, it's like it comes out, but it takes its time. So that layer tool is really handy. Another way to do it as well, if the layer tool isn't working for some reason, or like if we really can't do it, you can just drag it and then it pops it out. So you're like, oh, and then just because the seams of the material is not colliding, sometimes it's just handy just to do that as well. And then we can unfreeze everything. The shortcut for freeze is Control K. As well.
Oh, okay, Control K.
Yeah, so I just use it all the time. Cool. So we got no darts there. We can also eliminate the front darts as well. What's going on there? Is that what is 0.24? That's why. See, good eyeball. So this one's off to just this one, 0.7. So this one is too long by 0.24. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert this to a curve point. And this isn't really true. So we're just going to delete it. And then probably going to convert that to a curve point. And then we're just going to pull it in 0.24. If you hold shift, it locks it and does it. But if you don't want to, when you do that, it kind of shrinks the curve with it. If you don't want to touch that curve, you can hold D and it does. See how that curve's not moving compared to let go of D.
It locks it in a way.
Yeah. So what it does is these little points here, it locks these points in So if I grab this, that moves it, but if I hold D, it holds it in place. So you can just, move that. So 0.25, but it does it to both lines as well, which is kind of annoying sometimes. So that's fine. I just forgot it. What was it? 0.25? D, 0.25. Oh, D, 0.25. Sweet, and because it's such a small amount, it won't really matter too much. If I was to be super anal, I would have made a slash line down here, and then slash away 0.25 as well. 0.28. That's got a little bit of a point on it, which is also why it's doing that. So to fix that, what we're gonna probably just do is this is when creative pattern making comes in handy. So we're just going to kind of lift the side up by 6 mils. Don't know if you should do that, but I just did, so suck it. Actually, see if it might affect the drape of it. It might not. Still got that point. That's fine. Where's that point coming from? Is that coming from? It could be because these seams aren't true. It's probably because these, okay, whatever. So we're just gonna undo that. That move, and we're just gonna convert that to curve point and then just delete it. So no, we're not. Okay, we're just gonna leave it for now. We're not dealing with that. Cool, that's fine. Sweet. Oh, that bump is gonna piss me off, though. It's gonna be something super simple like a seam line or something stupid. That usually does actually happen because the seams aren't true. So if we lift that up 0.3 and up 0.3, those look a bit more rectangular. Does that fix it?
What if you remove the avatar, maybe to?
Yeah, good, nice. And we can look on the inside. Oh no, it's just on the outside, really.
No, yeah.
It's just that bit there. So, literally just that point. What's going on? Okay, this is kind of a good thing. It's literally just going to be that point there. So I think to get rid of it, what are we going to do? If we could shift this up.
Does it just need to be smooth there? Does it just need
Yeah,
to
it does need to be smoothed out, but because
that's not the problem, eh?
if we try smooth it out, we're going to take away too much, and it's going to start pulling this up. So one thing we can just try to is lift it up by, oh, that was too much. We'll go maybe 6 mils. Kind of keep it along that. So 0.6. We're just going to shift that up and then convert to curve point. And then that smooths it out. And then that fixes it. Oh, nice. I got it. Okay. Nice. Good teamwork. Sweet. So this is again why I really love this program, because that would have actually shown in the garment. Maybe not as predominantly, but it would have been there, and you would
have noticed it.
Yeah, and like maybe in calico you wouldn't have noticed it because you can kind of iron bumps out, but it's just really good for stuff like this. So that's perfect. Now you've got no darts. You've got darts on the underneath. I can't be bothered doing. We can if we want.
That's cool though.
So that's now sitting. Oh, I kind of like the mismatched layer. Do we like the mismatched layer? Yeah, I kind of like it.
I like it too.
I do like that.
What I'm thinking, I want to, the raw edge of, this is probably going to sound wrong, but in the raw edge of linen, I want that to be either underneath one layer or the top layer as an edge.
The salvage? No, I used to always use the salvage in my garments. The only issue with that is that there's no give in them whatsoever. So putting them on a curve is tricky. What you can do though is you can make like slight incisions and kind of curve it like you would paper.
I could just do the underneath layer though, like have
Yeah.
it underneath and then have the top one, because then if it has a gap like that, you'd be able to see the salvage a lot better just for the hem.
Yeah, so yeah, using salvage on a straight is
Yeah.
perfect. It's totally fine. But using it on a curve is like trying to bend
Yeah.
paper around the curve. It just doesn't work. You can pleat it.
Yeah.
My machinist has pleated it before because I was like,
Oh,
why isn't this working? I didn't realize. And she was like, oh no, it does. I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. I didn't even think of that.
wow,
But yeah, so okay, cool, sweet, nice.
that's cool.
Main. So the salvage, we can actually do that via texture. So that's the next thing will be to this is also has no ease whatsoever. So
Right.
totally considering that, we need to consider material choice. So this would need to be out of something that has a slight stretch in it, or
Yep.
we have multiple options. So we can either also what's coming in is elasticated panels. It's kind of going off like this business to leisure slash what is it? Oh God, casual. What is it called? Like casual or like casual activewear. So it's kind of
Oh,
merging these two things. So like there's a whole lot of garments coming through that have like not elasticated, like ribbing panels, like panels of ribbing,
well,
and like suiting. So then because people are so used to being comfortable, that putting on a suit to sit down and like it's just not, you don't want to do that. So it's like this trend of ribbed and elasticated panels being put into things. So because there's no
do that.
ease, easy. So like for this,
Like just like literally a cutout panel
yeah,
of ribbing.
yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
you'd probably make it a statement.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
could either make it a statement and have it like center back, or you could have like just this
Mhm.
one, or maybe if you wanted it to be discreet, you could probably stick it. Um, wait,
It could match the front panel. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like maybe the back
yeah,
and the front could match in a way or something like that, or
yeah. Or you could have like one of these panels under here, or like you could have half of this ribbing and
oh
half the
yeah.
waistband like elastic, and then that joins onto so there's heaps of ways. So
Yeah.
that's also why I
Oh,
like
that's
to
cool.
work. That's why I like to work on the melange, because then it allows you to turn something into a knitwear and also into a woven.
Wow.
So for this, say we just wanted to add ease, you'll just add ease as you would. But there is a really, really, really good sheet. Um, you need everything to kind of be on the correct grain, so it might not do it too well. For the waistband anyway, doesn't really matter. But what you can do is you can select all these pieces, and then say you want to add, you can do it in what? Well, I like to do it in here first. So it's shrinkage width or shrinkage warp. So that's like, if you're being real technical and you have like a fabric that shrinks 3% along the width and 2% along the warp, you can adjust that in here. Say like 97 and then like 98, and then it does it shrinks the fabric to that
Mm.
stick, and then
Yeah.
you go through and do your fitting. You're like, it's kind of like tight through there and blah blah. The fit math, and yeah, so you can do that. But you can also get rid of that mesh. You can also use it to increase it as well.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
and so a little cheat as well if you want 2%. I find is quite a lot. Like it's quite dramatic. So if you imagine ease is what they're supposed to be 5 centimeters ease through the hip. So we've got that. How much ease is there? I've got my pattern making book right here, and there is how much ease it is. That's the bodice. This is pants. 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 There this shirt, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it doesn't tell you. That's annoying. That's fine. I think it's 5 centimeters. I have it in one of my books anyway. It's like ease.
Okay.
No.
I can just Google it.
Oh wait, hold on. I've actually got it here. It's in books.
Oh, right.
And then it's where is it? Fitting and adjustments and amount of ease. So bust hips 2 to 4 inches, dresses, pants, skirt 2 to 4 inches. This is a really handy thing.
Yeah.
I've just found this.
Can you send that to me or send that to everyone?
Yeah. There's also another one that has it on a slider. Oh, where is it? Damn it! I had this really good one that. Oh, Jesus, what's all this shit? I don't know. This is really good for like the hip wedge and why on trousers the hip is straight. And then on like skinny jeans, you see that the back is really curved up. And this is just a really good explanation. So I can send that. I think I have sent it through.
Yeah.
But there was one that had
sewing ease. How to add pattern sewing ease.
Nah.
Oh, no, not that one. No.
Way back. I love that. Damn it! It was like it was a slider. No, damn it. Maybe it's probably in one of these. Ease. Is it? This. Wait, is it? Like I don't know. One of these. It's like a slider.
Yeah, chest, shoulder length. Yeah, that looks right.
Yeah. So this is like real technical. It's amount of ease. But there was one that just had maybe it's in one of my books. It had like basically it had like a slider and it had like close fitting garment to loose fitting garment and it just had like it was just really good, real easy reference.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
So I've totally forgotten how much ease. Hips 2 to 4 inches. So 2 to 4 pants skirt 2 to 4. So it's all 2 to 4 roughly.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Woven non-stretch. Yeah. So 2 inches through the hips is 5 centimeters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so 5 centimeters, which is 1.25 to either hip, so 1.26. So right now we've got 60. That's okay. What's our hip measurement? So shift in. Okay, we're just gonna click here, pull up our avatar measurements, and we're gonna. I love this. We're gonna turn this fabric to see-through, and then it's really handy just to gauge fit.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we are going to that hip line there. So what's this hip line? So we got 45, 4592 and auto save, fuck's sake. Sorry, 4592. We're just going to see how much there shouldn't be any ease in this garment. So her hips are 88. The garment hits at 8852. If we go avatar, editor, we can just click on this line, but this is really good. It has all the measurements. So we go, that's the low hip. So that's 89.2. What will be it? We were at 88.51. So we're actually, we owe,
under. Yeah.
we're about, we're 885. What was that? Avatar editor 885, 892. So we're 7 mils under. So that's fine. What we can do is we can actually just grab all these patterns, and then we can drag it. And you can just like add 101 maybe 1%. So we're adding 1% ease. 1% of 88 is 8 mils. So I think we've just added 8 mils of ease. So that should be 89.41. Yeah, so we've just added 8 mils worth of ease. That is really handy, that drag and drop. So you can drag it and drop it, because it does what you would manually do anyway. What it does also, so it stretches out these darts so they get bigger as well. So it kind of it just adds it everywhere.
Nice, easy.
I find it, yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason why I brought up the shrinkage is you can, before you go and mess with your pattern, or if you like, because I like to still only work in the moulage, you can fake ease. So if you want to add 5 centimeters, 5 over 80, so we'll just say 90, 5 over 90, what's that? 90 divided by 5 divided by 9? Wait, what's 90 centimeters? How much of 90 centimeters is 5? What, 18%? Is it? 18? How do we work? I think it's either 9 divided by 5
You're
or
right. Very good maths. 18%.
18? Oh,
Well
nice.
done.
That was, so we
was
want,
amazing.
so we go 118. Shit,
Oh, yeah.
that's
So you're
huge.
adding that 10%. That is big.
That is really big.
Is that right?
I think it might be 1 point, it might be 18.
Oh, 0.8.
1.18. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. We just forgot about the decimal point.
That is so, yeah, that is not 5 centimeters. So it's 100 and 101.8.
Yep, that makes sense.
Sweet. And now the garment has, wait, it's still on that. So I do that for the whole thing? 101.8, yeah, sweet. So we simulate it, and it just added that 5 centimeter ease. So that's what it would look like with that 5 centimeter ease. That is, I only just started doing that. I wish I found it out before, because it just,
Yeah.
instead of having to have a million different blocks, which I do have, it just means that you can only, like, you can just work with the melange, which is the skin, and then you can just add ease through here. So maybe you might suddenly want to change it to a knit garment, like a knitted skirt. So then you can just go, what knitted is, I don't know, we'll go like 9. I find like 96 is pretty good for a knit. And then you just can change the fabric to silk knit jersey is like real flimsy. I find either the rib or the cotton jersey is quite good. Knit cotton jersey. So you can change it to knit cotton jersey. Knit cotton jersey. Where is it? Knit cotton jersey. Fuck, sorry, dyslexic. And then, so that's what it would kind of look like in the knit. And it's quite handy to have, because then you can also see, oh shit, it's pulling there, so we need to adjust the pattern, and that will just, yeah. So it's just handy without going through your pattern and kind of messing it up too much. So that's just a really handy. Oh wait, that's why, because we didn't do it to that one, the top one, 96. 96. You have to do it. You have to do it for all the pieces. There we go. But yeah, you would still probably. It just means you'd have to adjust this. Yeah, it's just really, really handy. So we're just gonna take that all back to 100, because it's fine being no ease. Cute, nice. And we're gonna also change it from cotton jersey back to. We can see what it looks like. And like a satin.
Nah,
Nah,
yeah, good,
yeah. With satin, it does actually look, everything renders really nice in satin. It's just, yeah, if you want to make something render really lovely, just satin. Silk satin, where is it? Silk satin. Oh, cool. We've only an hour long. That's cool. Yeah, so it's doing that thing where it's like freaking out with physics.
Yeah. Is it just because it's adjusting or something, or is it actually free?
No, it's just adjusting because it's quite tight. So it's just others just, yeah. So we'll just need to drop the particle distance. So we'll make those like so take that down. I don't know. I never work on things. 6 is slower, but it's really accurate.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like the difference between working with actual fabric and calico. But it also just stops all of that shit from happening because it doesn't freak out.
Yeah, local distance.
Yeah. So yeah, that's sort of like in Saturn. You can also do it in bias cut as well, which yeah, I'll just show you that because it's like incredible, like it's just insane how accurate it is. So we're just gonna do that tool and we're just gonna go extend offset pattern outline. We're just gonna go well like 20, maybe like 80 centimeters. We're just 60 centimeters, 50 centimeters. We're just gonna go 50 centimeters. Extend. All right. Oh, no, can't do that. That's fine. We're just gonna drag this. Oh shit! No, we're not. Not like that. And we're just gonna go 40. Why not? Q. I'm just gonna change the particle distance back to like 8 to simulate it so it doesn't freak out. This is gonna have a moment. Just let it do its thing. I should have froze that waistband, damn it. Oh, that's gonna annoy me now. That's fine. I forgot to freeze the waistband. This is just purely for showing. Okay, see how it's kind of doing that? We just want to like not. So we're just gonna deactivate this pattern and sewing, and then let it kind of fix itself. Nice, cool. And then we're just gonna reactivate this and like kind of move it over. Oh shit, shit. Turn it back, wrong way. Oh, that's fine. That's enough. Cool, come on. Oh, this was a bad idea. It's just because it's also in Saturn. It just
Yeah.
So we're just gonna change it to. This is why I like cashmere. Because it doesn't.
I like the long one though. I like the long one too. Like the longer version.
Yeah. So see how it just cashmere. It's just really like cashmere just fixes everything. Leather I find is too rich. Leather is really good when it's like folding in on itself because it kind of just resets the position. But as soon as you change it from, it's like, nice, pretty. As soon as you change it from leather, it does that thing where it freaks out.
Yeah.
Can you like, what are you doing? Ah, god damn it. Sorry, my keyboard's not having it. Yeah. Oh, yes, it was having it. Can you just like not 2 seconds, please? Thank you. Cool. Nice. Cool. But one thing, that shaping is off, that's why. Not, it's not because the shaping's off, it's just because that, it shouldn't be like that. And it's fallen down potentially, it doesn't matter. Just let it render, cool. So yeah, see how it did that, see how it's dropping now? It's because it renders the sewing first, and then then it takes its time. But to force it, you just pause the render, or you just hit spacebar, then hit it again, and then that just forces it to
Which
do
button?
just the spacebar is the simulate. So it's just to force it to fall. You just hit spacebar, then hit spacebar again, and it does the next stage. But yeah, the one thing I wanted to show was, okay, so there should be about 5 centimeters ease through the hip. Oh, 6, 8? Actually, it should be about 8 centimeters. So we're going to go 103, 103 centimeters just for bias cut. Yeah, because bias should have quite a lot of ease. So we've added roughly, I don't know, what's that? Like 10 8 centimeters roughly. And then you hit, oh, that's why the grains were off.
Oh, right.
All right, so T is the shortcut, but you come up here, and then there's edit texture, and this is how you change that green lines off as well. Cool. Oh my god. So what we want to do is we want to select all of these guys, and then hold this button and tilt them all. So now it's on the bias. But one thing with bias cut is if there's no seam in the center, you have to cut, like the bias has to make a V, otherwise one side is just going to fall. So if the front grain is going this way, back grain has to go this way. And if there's a otherwise if there's a center seam, you have the grains going there, and then
it has to like triangle meet.
Yeah, so it just depends. If you want it to fall in, it goes like that. If you want it to, if you want, it's just however you cut it, there has to be an opposing side. So that to me would be the skirt is falling in like this, and then flipping it around, the skirt is kind of doing it's kind of doing the opposite. But it's crazy. Like that was it on. It was kind of on this bias streak. Okay, but anyway, we'll simulate it on the bias, and it completely changes it, which is really quite cool. So Dr. Saturn, and oh my god, I just love the bias. I've done a whole heap of blocks that are just for bias cut things.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. I can check all those up too, but you guys, it kind of, so it's rendering the scenes first and freaking out. That's fine. Hit spacebar, and now it's gonna drop. Where's it gonna drop? Yeah. And you'll see it kind of start to pull through, and see how it, you know how in bias cut stuff you get kind of like that tubey effect because all the fabric's falling down, and then it kind of falls out. So it likes, when it does, you just have to kind of let it simulate the fabric, because it kind of pushes it and then it lifts it back up and it pushes again, and it until it simulates properly. So if this was cut out of silk satin with 8 centimeters ease through the hip, that's what it would look like, which is really cool. And if you want to fake a scallop edge, that's so pretty. Shift and Alt and Shift and turn those off. If you want to fake a scalloped edge, you can just highlight all of these, and then you use elastic.
Oh yeah.
So you can click elastic, but you stick it on positive. So like 110 maybe. So 100, and then it'll stretch it out.
Nice.
And then it kind of, maybe that was too much. One more note. I forgot what I usually use, but the block has it already done. But yeah, then it kind of, when it does it properly and wants to fit, it'll start falling soon. It fakes the scallop edge, so it's like the bias. Nice. So it just looks like it's being hemmed. It just adds another layer of realism to it. And then see, it's falling now. It's pulling that out. So that's just what I wanted to show. Oh my god. It's no, and I just realized I haven't saved this once. I usually save
you took autosave off, did you?
Oh yeah, I hate autosave. It just saves it and like it keeps overwriting it.
Right.
So what we'll do is we'll go Control Shift Save, Assets, Collection. I think I actually, so we'll go mini skirt. I can't spell.
It's all right. I can't either.
I filing is really important, just because, yeah, it's just it gets easier to save stuff to your desktop, but you need to like a good saving system. Just is the like to save like it just makes things easy to find.
Yeah.
I
Okay. That's
I
good to know.
find yeah I find see how this is block drafted dress 0 is balanced. So I find the the English way of saving things is really confusing because English says the adjective before the noun, whereas
Oh,
Māori says the noun before the adjective.
Yep.
So that's how I kind of name things. So it's like what it is first. It's a block, it's a skirt, and then and it's a females or males, and then how much ease, and then you start describing it after that.
Mm.
And it's way easier than trying to give names to everything because you forget what the names are.
Yep.
And you have to come up with names all the time. You're like, oh, this is the JC dress or something. I'm like, oh, wait, what does that mean? Whereas if it's got to just if it just what it is in the description,
Yep.
like what's mine? Like some of them just get ridiculous. Like for this one, it's like 6 cutout dress, boxy mini cage dress, bustier shacket, and just stuff like this.
It's good
So,
to rename it.
yeah. And
Yeah.
another thing that I also like to do is every time I save it, it takes a little bit more extra work. But I like to render it in a high quality photo.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was the last block. And all my setup, oh my God, has taken me like 5 years to perfect it. Like the lighting, the stock lighting is so shit. Oh my God, it's horrible. You'll notice, like you'll see it when you first try render something. It's just absolutely atrocious. But yeah, I did the lighting, so it's a Rembrandt, and it's kind of side lit, but it's like got a bottom light as well.
Yep.
And then there's another lighting for the back. It's just taking its sweet ass time. Yeah.
Oh, that's lucky you did that.
Yeah, and it just makes everything look like hyper real. It's just taking its time because why? I'm not too sure.
It's just rendering into three. It's rendering,
No,
is it?
yeah, no, it's just loading everything. I think it's because it's quite it's rendering it in 4K, and it's the textures are like incredibly high and everything. I think it's just because I'm recording the screen that's using some of the CPU and the GPU.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It never takes this long. It's so weird. What's going on? You gonna do the thing? I'd be so this is like my favorite part is rendering it.
Yeah.
Because like it makes such a like this looks nice in here, but like
Yeah.
when you see it, you're like,
But
oh my
see
God,
it,
it's
yeah,
fucking mean.
yeah. I'm
Like
excited.
yeah, like when I was rendering kitty stuff, like just the difference is insane. It was like the garment looked great. It was like, oh yeah, this is cool, but like you can't like it just looks fake.
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
so
yeah,
annoying.
yeah.
Right. I'm so disappointed with this. All right, that's fine.
Did it just not load? It just didn't load.
Now, sometimes I have to flush the memory cache. Technical jargon,
Right.
I just have to close
Right.
it, turn off render. Yeah, so it's just
But you saved it, so it should be right.
yeah, it's just when that happens, you just control delete. Yeah, it's just
That's good to know because that could happen. So
yeah, yeah, so that's what's happening.
memory.
Yeah, it's just yeah, like it is seriously hungry. But that's
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
My computer's gonna shut down again. I'm just gonna get my charger so it doesn't do it.
Very good. Oh, this is in the video too, guys. Nice. Ryan's just frozen his laptop. Fuck, don't make me. Wait, what? Say, clothing. What have I done? Ah. Cool.
Oh.
It's just my like kind of freaking out. That's fine. Hello. What's going on? Oh no. Are we gonna lose this recording? This recording, they're gonna have to like take this super sped up. Oh my God. Sorry guys. It's fine. I mean, it does go over like quite a few handy tricks. Which is, I think I said everything. Not everything. Like what I want. Why is this doing this? Can you just close, please? Okay. My laptop is recognizing that it's frozen, which means it might just crash. Yes, that's what I wanted. Close the program. Yes. Yeah, nailed it. That's another thing that I want to show.
Yeah.
Maybe no, I'll stick this in this one. There is this really handy cheat that you can do. Instead of, because I hate drafting patterns. I've never drafted a pattern in my life.
Really?
I've drafted like 3, but I just like, I don't like them because they're never really that accurate. But what I do is I look at what they're doing, and then so when they do things, they use certain, like they use the balance lines.
Yeah.
We're just gonna reopen that. So what I do is I look at the pattern. So I'll look at this one. So I'll look at this. I fucking love this one. Where is it? Like this. So I'll look at this, and then so there are instructions that are telling you how to draft this, but automatically from this I can see that this is the chest level and this is being dropped down by a centimeter, so that's a centimeter down. This is 3 centimeters from center back. Up here that's 7 to 8 centimeters, so this circle is 7 to 8 centimeters in radius. Circumference. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's just like things like this that like it just saves me so much time, and because what you can actually do, and this is the first thing that I learned and it's incredible, you can actually import that photo and trace over it.
No way. That's amazing.
It's so cool.
That's so
It's
great.
really cool. So what you do is you just create a random fabric and then you go to the texture, which is down here, and then you open it and then you go to that pattern that you want. So
Look at that.
maybe for the skirt we'll do where's that? Is there a funky skirt thing? Yeah, we'll just do this one anyway. And then you change this. Oh crap balls. Change this to that, and then when we go like this, and then boom, we got the pattern.
What the heck?
But what we want to do is it's not to scale. So I've already like what you do is you get your block and you place it over it, and then you stretch the image out using using this. I'm just gonna put that over here. Using texture transformation, and you lock aspect ratio on, and I think it's like 86 or something for the width.
Yeah.
86. It tells you down here. It's like scale is quarter scale. So that should roughly be the thing. But yeah, what you can do
That is awesome.
It's super cheating, but you can just trace it out. Like you can literally just I'll just do the block, but you trace it out.
Yeah.
Like so. Where's it? I don't know. But
yep.
Like that, like that, like that, like that. Like notch, and then that point there. And then you do the curve, so the V, add those curves in, curve there. Sweet, and we got the hip curve, so from there, add that curve in. And it's a straight line from there, so we'll go X, second X there, delete our curve point, That's straight. Oh no, there's got a slight curve on it. Slight curve. Okay, undo that. All right, it's supposed to be quick. 3 points make a straight line as well. Just yeah. And then X. Ah, that's why. That's the shoulder thicket. I don't know what I did there. So it's slightly off, but it's parallel to the.
You can adjust it though anyway.
Yeah. So basically, you just do this. But what this is great. Because now you've just got a complete. So long as the pattern is to scale, it's fine. Then you right click it and you go clone as pattern, and boom, you've got the pattern.
What the heck?
And then then you can duplicate it, and then you stitch it together, and yeah. So that's crazy cool. That's
It's so
amazing.
easy.
But one step above that, because it's not enough to just the tracer pattern, because it's made to their measurements. So because when we're looking at this pattern, we see these balance lines.
Yes.
So if we go to our blocks, we're just gonna add.
Sorry, yeah. How do you add a block again? Can you just go real slowly? So you went to.
So sorry, you go file,
add
project. Because I saved everything as projects. Then in my quick bar, I just have it here. But in the menu, it's the Clo main thing. Then it I've created a folder called block, so that this won't be in yours.
So it'll take you to your folder where you have your blocks saved, basically.
Yeah. So I've done this. But then so we'll go add that. Just the garment, not the avatar, and then no. And what we'll do, okay, delete all this crap. And this is this will be just placing a block over another block. Yeah, so what you do is you match up the balance lines. So we've got the waistline here.
Yeah.
Waistline there. And then you've got, I can already see that the chest is off slightly. So then we go to the transformation tool. Transformation, where is it? We transform the texture and we make it slightly smaller. So like 116 maybe.
Pretty good.
But we can ignore all of that, and we can also just drop it over our block, and then adjust the lines to the block, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's much easier too.
Yeah, this pattern's way too big for starters, so we'll just shrink it a little bit, quite a bit. Yeah, so it's roughly the same size, and it's just like that's. Then I'd manipulate this the pattern that we just traced off into the block, and then so that's it's just like, if there's cool. Like if there's like a block for like the bustier for instance, like this bit, I would trace off all these style lines, and then I'll quickly do that because it's really handy and really like one of the best things about doing this. So I would just trace off the style lines, and not a single scrap of paper is wasted in this entire process.
I know, that's the best part.
Yeah. So we go, what was it, 86, I think. Cool. So what I would do is, because we want the chest line, I'll stick the chest line in the waistline, and just like that. And then from there, I'll trace this off. So I'll go there, that's below the bust point, and then there, then that's in line with the dart, straight across, up there, and then do another one. So, because this, yeah, so you're basically taking these style lines. This is such a hack, by the way. Which is not,
That's a
it's
great
so
hack.
good. But it's like you're like the pattern just basically tells you to do this anyway. So you're just skipping all the shitty steps that no one likes to do. So you're just taking all the good parts, Control C, and then you drop it onto your block. Boom, and then you use this scale tool to kind of just bring it in as much as you can.
Yeah.
Always on a diagonal because we want to keep those proportions as best as we can. So we kind of get it almost perfect.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's what's that? So they've dropped the bus line. We need to just ensure this is lined. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why I always keep the balance lines here, just for like stuff like this. So that's actually almost bang on. And then if we wanted to now, because all we needed was that. Oh wait, was there another part? Yeah, there was another part. So up there, just draw a line starting from there. The reason I did that is because when I drop it on, I have a point to drop it to. And actually saying that, I will have to recopy this whole thing in, because if I just drag this and drop it over, it won't be to scale. So, oh yeah, so damn it. Oh my god. Oh my god, what are you doing? Sorry, my keyboard's not working. Oh. Got it. Yeah. Sweet. And then, oh my god. Drag, Control, copy, paste. Just delete that. Paste. Oh god, delete. Paste. 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 So this was supposed to be a quick 2-minute shot, not a whole section. Sorry guys. Cool. So we bring it down slightly more, and that's good enough. Cool. So that almost that almost matches perfectly up to our block. So the main points that we want to take away from this are, so it's pretty close. It's almost bang on. But the main points we want to take away are this shape here. So this bit here, and also this bit here. So to me, what this pattern is doing is this is wrapping up to join that, which pushes the boob out because it's adding fabric through there. This is lifting up to that, which is creating that nice curve. So it's like you're lifting that up to there, which is pushing this out. And then this is just the shaping at the top. So if we go like that.
So cool.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy cool. It would work better if these weren't separated. Oh my god, the fact that they're not is annoying. Oh my god, why aren't you? But yeah, anyway, that's the concept. And then you could to turn that into a pattern. I'm just going to turn these into a single piece. What have I done? What have I done? Merge. And then I'm just going to go X and then 0.1. Join that. And then 0.1 over here. And then I just haven't been bothered to join it. Sorry.
No, I like it because I want to do that in the future. have like bustier dresses, and
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
really
no, I
into,
love them,
I love corsets as well.
Yeah. I just need to drag this out a little bit, otherwise it's not gonna merge. It's annoying. Oh, fuck's sake. Sorry. Custom like save. Okay, this is just for example. It won't work. Because I just dragged it. I mean, it will still work, but this is not a useful pattern. I mean, I could place my block back over and fix it. But yeah, what you would do from here, once those are all lined up nicely, I don't know what the hell that line's doing. That's just nice. So that's just that line. Oh, that was that line. So we just want to delete that. Cool. So we want to, what I would do first is I would lay a clone over and I'd make a copy. I'd always have a copy of it there because as soon as you start cutting into it, remove link anything. Yeah, you just want to always have a copy. So we would go like this. We would, is that fine to cut? Sweet. So what I want to do is, okay, I'll actually copy that again. Lay a clone over. I'm going to make a few copies because I'm probably going to botch this up. So we want this line and this line and this line and also this line to be cut, because I just want the bottom for that. So I just want these two pieces from this pattern. Oh, I also want this bit. That looks interesting. Sweet. So we've got the bottom bit. And then I want, now I'm just going to delete that. Bring over this pattern again. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's from, I don't know, somewhere. And then from here, I'm just going to copy that again. Up there. I want this bit from this bit. Oh, actually, that's a good point. These are on the dart. So what I would have to do is I would move the start point up here for starters. And then I would move that up to there. You'll have to trial this out afterwards. Hold D so it doesn't move all that line. And then, yeah, because we're adjusting it to our pattern. Hold D again so it doesn't change that line through there. Hold D so it doesn't change that line through there. It should be fine to just go and cut out now if it wants to do it. Hopefully, wait, hold on. And maybe zoom. No, cut. Okay, we're gonna have to do this. Delete that. If you want bustiers as well, I have so many amazing bustier
Oh yeah.
patterns. Divide internal point. We're just going to delete this line, and also delete that and that, and then also divide internal line. Delete that. Sweet. So we should be able to cut it out now. Cut. Main. Sweet. So we now have the bust from that and the bottom. So we've technically got the pattern now. We've got half the pattern anyway. I'm just gonna delete this. Oh, and also we want to keep the top. I've deleted it, but that's fine. So that's okay. Just because, again, you want to keep your balance points.
Yeah.
Yeah. So keep that. Check it out there. Oh, just keep this anyway. Keep a copy of it. For fuck's sake. Anyway, this is rough. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about your OCD. It's okay. This is a
Yeah.
good demonstration.
So we're just gonna keep these because we probably don't need to, but one of them isn't. Okay, so we wanna get rid of this one because that one's floating. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's that piece. You know, we're just gonna get rid of it too. Cool. So we're just gonna go and oh no, that's fine. This is the bit we wanted that. We've got nice. Cool. So we got two halves, the boobs out. Love it. And I already know from experience that this so what that pattern was trying to do was it was that circle is supposed to be your breast here.
Yes,
So I can already see that from that
it's too
block.
low. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the pattern,
Mm.
see it has the diameter is 7 to 8 or 9 over here.
Yeah. Too wide.
And it's too wide. So I
Yeah.
know that it should be between 7 or 8 centimeters. This is
Right.
just because it's a pattern making book from like 60, so different. So what I would do was I would use that offset internal offset pattern outline, offset pattern outline, and I'd go like maybe like 1 centimeter smaller, and then I'll just reline these guys up, and then realign this whole D so we're not disturbing that. And then I'll offset this whatever I extended that out, so by 1 centimeter, and that's just gonna we're just basically we're shifting it up without disturbing the pattern. Cut. And then when we do this, I'm just gonna just disable the deactivator, and I'm gonna archive it. Really handy tool, that disable and archive. So I'm just gonna disable this as well because I want to keep it there. Deactivate pattern and sewing and archive it. Just got one bird, lovely. Now we want to do the sewing, so we just do that. And it's good because you can check the seam lines. So that's one part. That's why. Yeah, it's not even sewing to the end. So they should, yeah. So it's a, it's a good pattern when the seam lines almost match up. So it's 1 mil off, which is pretty fucking good. This is 1 point. That's a little bit more off. Ah, do you know why? Because this is coming out.
Oh yeah, it's not. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was just because when I offset the pattern outline.
Right.
And yeah. So that's fine now. So 1.56. So what I'll do with that is I'll drag it over, and I know that the pattern was telling me yeah, these two lines to me have to match up. So these 2 points, because they meet here, so those two have to match up. So there is still pattern making involved in that. It's just not as beefy.
Yeah.
And then okay, so that I also know that these come straight up. That's just because I've done this. But yeah, in a bustier, basically, I should have shown you before I do this. So basically with the bust dart, a normal bust dart comes straight down here, like this.
Right. Yep.
But so you still have this triangle of fabric in here. So what a bustier does is it takes out this triangle from here, and it does that by you take the widest part of that dart from your waistline. You take this straight up like that. Oh shit! And these go straight up. Oh shit! This is going to do really weird things to the pattern at first, but once we once we like twirl it out and such, it'll get cleaner. So that we're just going to deactivate this as well. Just archive it. So you can see that I'm also just going to lift it up maybe a little bit. Oh no, we'll simulate it with it like that. But you'll see that by shifting that straight up, it's taken out that little bit of a triangle. We also need to realign these back up. I don't know what that's on. All right. What's this purple one? Yeah, no, that's fine. Ignore that. So that side's not wanting to do it. What the shit? Oh, they're not symmetric. Oh, that's fine. We're just going to work with half the pattern. Oh, wait. I'm just going to freeze that side. Doesn't matter. Cool. So yeah, so we can already see that. Again, this probably needs to be lifted up a little bit.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
Maybe.
Like about a centimeter at least, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, probably say that. So, and you can also see that it's not really a circle as well.
Yeah.
So also what I would do is I would go internal eclipse and I would just make a circle with the radius of like the diameter of what, 7? Nope, radius of 6, 7 maybe.
And you oh wow, look at that. Are you just
7?
guessing like
I already know that the radius
Yeah.
should be like 6 or 7 depending on
Oh
how
yes, of course,
big your
because
bust is.
from the block. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So, and it could just be also, it could just be because when I shifted this back quite a bit, so this might actually also probably be somewhere more out here. Whoops.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, that's fine. Whoops. That's cool. Get rid of that. But yeah, see, that is not a circle, so we know that wants to align to there. So that's like way the fuck off.
Yeah.
So
Very
we go through and adjust that.
too high on that side. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably make it smaller. So that's probably more the circle we're going for.
Yeah.
Drop that down, make it a little bit smaller. Cool. And so yeah, that really does want to be lifted up like that. Yeah, and then like fix these guys. Yeah, so that's looking a little bit nicer. These are off. That's because I moved that and I've ruined it, but that's fine. So you get the concept of how you can take a pattern and just apply it to your block without needing to draft it. It's just about looking at these style lines and understanding kind of what, I suppose it just comes from pattern making. But the good thing about this as well is you start seeing how patterns work and how with the body, because you make changes instantaneously. It really helps solidify pattern making and pattern drafting concepts in your head, because you know, like to get rid of that wedge, you'd straighten that out, and to make it curve over the boob, because okay, actually that's the line that I needed. Did I delete it? Yeah, so this line here, that's why it's this line here. It's not in there, but that's the underbust. So that's the underbust line. So
that's why it's so low. Yeah, that makes sense.
So that line there is that's where it's wanting to go. So that again, that's something that the pattern doesn't mention. I just know that needs to go to the underbust. So as soon as we lift this up to that line, it should, it just looks way better. And then we'll take the radius from here, so the distance from here to wherever that line was anyway, and then we'd make it blah blah blah. So yeah, that's kind of the concept. And to make it curve back out, it comes back out like this, because that's going up the boob, and you can get the angle yeah, it just goes back to the original dark point, which I think was something like, yeah. So you'd curve it back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the
Cool.
concept.
That's cool.
It's just really handy. Just taking off the
Yeah.
style lines, like even just like this back is really, it's such a
Yeah.
pretty back.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, because they're just they're things like pictures tell like say a lot more than reading instructions. Because like although I do have the instructions, but like where are they? It's like some they're half in French for starters, but it's like yeah,
That's
like
nice.
it's just telling you yeah.
Mm,
So that's the design.
nice.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can kind of you just from the pattern you can understand a lot more from like looking at it of
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, and which is again why it's really important to have those balance lines because
Mm,
if there was an underbust line in there, you would know instantly just to pull it up to there, and
yeah.
then
Yeah.
that will give you your radius of your circle as well.
Yeah.
I know to cut it at the hips. This is like the hip line. To me, there's not enough information on this,
Right.
but that's fine. But yeah, that's that. Do you want to say a crazy? Well, I got it. I'll just delete all of those. Mute, mute. Come back to this. Unarchive it. Actually, uh,
Did that,
um,
can you render that thing or did it not work?
yes, yeah, I can. Unarchive, activate. Wait. It should work. Oh, yeah. It just sometimes you just have to flush the memory cache.
What do you mean by that? Flush them? What?
Oh, sorry, technical
Is it
jargon.
is it an IT thing?
Yeah, so it like when you're running a program, it saves information into a temporary folder.
Right.
And when there's too much information in that, when when it's trying to render, there's it just can't grab enough. There's just a lot of shit clogging it up that shouldn't be there. So the program's
Right.
saying, oh, there's actually all this extra free memory, but there isn't because it's all being sucked up by the stupid folder that you don't need. So you just close it and reopen it, and that
Okay.
refreshes the memory cache.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just name jargon, but
Yeah, I didn't
good.
really understand, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah. And one thing as well is when you're rendering, put it on the thick. But yeah, so that would be looking cool, and you can zoom right in. It does a few passes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just yeah, you'll need no, hasn't done it properly just because
Like I get it. Like I get
yeah, the
that.
particle distance isn't
Yeah.
it's too thin. So
Right.
to fix that, I would just increase well, there's two ways you can do it. You can
Particle
increase
distance.
yeah, you can decrease the particle distance to 6, will usually fix it. And then you just have to hit render and it'll get rid of all of that. Or you can increase the thickness of the fabric.
Mm.
And
Yeah, because
then
it's a satin, I think, wasn't it?
yeah, because that's just the skin coming through. So if you
Yeah. Oh,
increase it
right.
to like point
Oh, that's
3
interesting. It's good to
or
know.
point, yeah, it's just like the small things that you don't really
Mm.
think about.
Yeah.
Lots of point. So we'll change that to 0.3. See how it kind of already has gotten rid of it.
Yep.
So 0.4 or whatever 0.44 should almost completely get rid of it. And then like that. Oh my god, it's gonna piss me off. We go 6. And there's I'll show you a few other tricks as well because it's fucking incredible what you can do. What's that doing? Is it that? No. Oh, sweet. So it's gone there.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's gone there.
Nice. What we can do as well is you can apply some like crazy fabrics, which I will I'll put in the thing, but
Oh, you can add
yeah. So
fabric.
I've
That's
I've got all
cool.
these
Oh, look at that.
I've got all these textures. So there's like this really fucking dope lace.
Nice.
Took so long to make, but
Oh, you made that.
yeah, it was from a
All right.
photo of lace, and then I used Photoshop to clear cut one of them out. Oh yeah, no,
Oh, oh,
this whole
that's
process.
amazing. That is amazing.
Um, but where's the color? We'll change that to what, like blue maybe. Um, and change the waistband to like blue, maybe a dark blue. Dark blue. Um,
I got some real kick-ass lace like that from Nick's the other day.
but yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just like it's crazy that like it just looks like, oh my god, that would be what it would look like. It's just fucking
Yeah,
cool.
that's really cool. Yeah.
And then like if you because it's when it's done a few passes, but like you can zoom right up to like these things, and it has like it
So
actually
amazing.
shows the lace. It's like crazy.
I like that idea with lace. That's really like inspiring me.
Yeah. No, that's yeah, I love it. But yeah, it's just like quick things like that that you can do as well. And because
Can
we
you save that block for me?
yeah, it is again. So
Definitely.
we'll
Definitely want to
just
use that.
oh okay, file, save as, project.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's next level, man. I love that. That is so cool.
Collection, Johana, asymmetric sketch. We'll just go Pro 2. Oh, God damn it, can you just do your thing, please? I don't know why I stick an O before everything. I wish I didn't. It's just in my habit now to stick an O before everything in. But yeah,
I wanted to. I actually, that's weird. I have that same habit. I don't know why. It's
yeah, I think it's just because I don't know why. It just makes it look ugly. But
yeah.
yeah, just saving it like that is really handy because yeah,
It's like a date thing, isn't it? Like 01, 02, 03. I don't know.
yeah, and it just
Why I do it.
like I save it usually like every time there's kind of like a major change that I can't like it will take a lot of effort to undo.
Mm.
And then once it's rendered, you click this bit, yes, and it's save current image, and you just save it just over that. Just get rid of it. Save it, yes, and then it's just nice to always render it because when you're looking at you can just see it. You can. God damn it. All right, thank you. You can just, it's just a whole lot nicer to look at. Like they're
Yes.
all rendered really nicely compared to like
Yeah.
these.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell is that? That's disgusting. It's not, but it just looks, yeah, it just doesn't look nice.
It's just your OCD talking.
Yeah, but it's just nice to have like high quality stuff just looking
Oh,
at it.
totally agree. Yeah,
It just
it looks
makes a
so
world of
much better.
difference. Yeah, and then once
It's
it's
really
like it's been rendering for like 2 minutes now. The detail.
oh, look at
Um,
that. Wow, that's
yeah.
amazing. Look
Um,
at that.
you can make it even higher
Jesus.
by you can make your skin actual skin. It takes ages to render, but if you
Yeah,
leave it for like 20 minutes, oh my god, it's so scary how much like a real person it actually looks.
that's amazing.
Um, yeah,
That's so cool.
just, and then you can like turn it you can turn it around and do the different views as well. Um, so yeah,
How does it look from the back? Can you spin it around?
on the back, yeah. So for the back, we'll have to change the lighting because the light's in front of her, so it's just going to be a shadow.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a lighting set up for the back, so then it just
Ooh,
changes it, and then it should.
so, so well done.
Oh Jesus! Oh my God! Damn it!
What?
I'm not even using my nice settings. I'm using my old settings. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, okay, this is gonna look way better. It's just way more dramatic. Oh, yeah. All right. Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
I'm ready. We're ready.
Oh, you're not gonna notice too much. It like in the front, it's yeah, it just looks quite intense. And I
It's
haven't hold
rendering.
up. I know why. It's because I haven't used. Because I have. I've changed it. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so that's what it would look like from the back, and it's kind of cool how it even does a thing where it's touching your body.
Yeah, and it's shaded where it's not. That's cute.
Yeah.
And like even the calf, look at the calf. Look, that's just
Yeah, it's really
amazing.
cool. Yeah, so this is like all the stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's really good to just call that O2C, C for that. And then
Yeah.
you can like spin it around and it re-renders it as you're spinning as well. That's really cool. And if you want it to, if you want it to render faster, you can just change it's currently rendering at 4K, but that's just because I like juicy pixels in it to be super high quality. But you can change it to like to 1080. Got it there. So I'll just go like 1080 or something. Nope. Oh my god, what happened?
0 pixels.
Sorry, I'm just gonna move my 1080. Seriously? Okay, cool. Yeah, so just making it smaller makes it way more. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
It's not too fast.
Yeah.
But it just means that you can kind of see a more instantaneous change, I suppose. I still like 4K because then when you zoom in, you can you can see all the detail. Which is quite important for like showing all this stuff, because like if there was top stitching, you would be able to, you can just like zoom in and then see it, but this is the max that you can kind of zoom in and for it to be kind of clear. If it was an 8K, you'd be able to zoom right into the lace and like see it. It's like
I know what you mean.
like crazy.
Right.
What else to do the thing? Is it? I don't know. It's not doing it. Is it on
No, but I
shiny?
get it.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. But yeah. Yeah, that's that. That's the rendering. And I'll give you all my settings because, oh god, I want to just show you a really shitty version of their version. I don't even have their version saved.
Of their blocks or what?
Oh wait, maybe if I go file new. Nah, it's not gonna do it. It's because I've saved all my settings, so then it's
okay.
like that. Unless I close the program and reopen it and then try to render something, but nah, that's cool. Oh, lucky we saved it. Yeah, so that's that. And because that's the good thing about this as well is we can use the closet as well. So I usually just drop if you like need a block or something, I can drop it on. I can send you the link on Drive, but you can also use.
That's awesome.
You can also share it via Closet or whatever. It's super slow. I never use it. I hate it.
Yeah. That's the Clo drive. Was it just better to download and then email or?
Yeah, it's just better to I just like upload it to Google Drive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just like drop it into this one. Nice. I don't know why I'm actually logging in. It's fine. Oh, lucky. Now everyone has my email. But yeah, it's just like yeah, and then like so if you were stuck on something, you're like, oh, yeah, like if you're like if you were trying to do something, you're like, oh, I don't know how to do this, and instead of like like you could be like, oh yeah, and then send it through, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, and like it's just like this really nice back and forward workflow, which is quite cool.
So like a shared drive.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that will be like, I think that will be quite good to
Yeah.
oh, all my conversations now on this recording, that's fine. I totally forgot this was recording. Oh, Jesus. No, that no one's gonna watch it 2 hours long. Jesus, they're just gonna skip. So yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I just skip to the good bits, all the bits they like. Although
yeah,
Julia's still here, she's awake. She's still
yeah,
up.
yeah.
It's good.
Um,
This has been so invaluable though. Like a little bit. It seems a bit complicated, but a little bit it
yeah.
seems exciting as well. And
Um,
I think I guess it's just practice, you know.
I might. How do I stop the record? I might.
I think
How
you
do
just press the record button.
I
Oh,
don't. Where is the record? Fuck,
oh wait,
I'm like that old person that's Oh my god,
did
is
it
there?
say?
Oh, there's
Did it?
is
Oh, it is recording you. Yeah,
Song Hui is still in here. Hello.
yeah, it is.
Ah, stop recording. Sweet.